Om Shanti. Experiment on yourself and others with your mind, with the power of yoga, full of light and might. You can serve many souls through the mind, mansa, while staying at any place with your elevated feelings, good wishes, elevated attitude, and elevated vibrations. The method for this is to become a lighthouse and a might house. It is not a question of having physical facilities, a chance, or time for this. You just have to be full of light and might. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 3. Experiment on yourself and others with your mind, with the power of yoga. Today's topic full of light and might. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti is okay, right? Dadi Manohar is giving wonderful points on power of silence, because through our sense organs we keep listening, keep seeing, then we keep thinking about that. Then there can't be silence. Not only that, but you cannot accumulate power. It's only when you have total control that don't think waste, don't see which is wasteful, don't hear what is wasteful. So internally, and then having a stage of detached observer or lovely and detached, any kind of stage will help you to accumulate what is called power of silence. Very interesting now. The way she is very simple and 1 point per day she is explaining. I think we can use this also when we have to use to create the stage of lighthouse, lighthouse. Because silence also is very deeply connected with lighthouse, lighthouse. So today's our homework is, what is the homework? Baba said, you can serve many souls through, Baba says, Mansa Seva. While having or while living at any place with your elevated feelings. Feelings are very important, right? With your elevated feelings, good wishes, elevated feelings, good wishes, elevated attitude, and elevated vibrations. Baba says then the method for this is to become a lighthouse and a lighthouse. So Baba says, It is not question. It's not question of having physical facilities. You can't say, I don't have computer. How can I do? I don't have this. You don't need any facilities. Baba says that a chance facility or a chance or time for this. Baba says you don't need all that. You have to be full of light and might. So anything we do will need a facility, right? Either you need computer, you need telephone, you need microphone, something you need. But when you are not doing anything which is physical, it's just mansa seva. Now I'm sitting and I have to just spread the vibrations of mercy, vibrations of love. What device I need? Nothing. So I think that I don't know how many of you have tried it, and you will feel so light. I don't need any facility. What I just need is to be a light and might. Very, very interesting. Feels interesting, right? But we have to do it. So, how many of you are determined? At least do 3-4 times today. All of you. That's very interesting. And I hope we get a chance to hear what did you feel and what was the experiment, that means on other side. How was it happening? Yesterday we had a big program for what they call it, full name is the Institute of yeah. So as you all know, Brother Nirvay really wanted the hospital. He had been talking about it. I remember whenever I went, he just say, oh, we all have to do it together. And he will tell Bhumi, you have to get some retired doctors from America. They should come and they should serve here. Because many retire, so they can plan and come and stay here. We will give good accommodation. So all the time he will talk about it. And of course, his part physically is over. And someone said very nicely that most of the projects are carried on when they become aware. That means physically they say it, and when they become aware, they get it done. So must be the power of purity, power of love, power of silence, right? So yesterday we had a ground breaking ceremony. I mean, I also have seen first time. So they gave bricks now, one brick to each senior. And on the brick, you have to put so many things. You have tilak, you have rice, you have brown sugar, lot of things. And then you put everything on the brick and you give them back, and they keep putting bricks in a very nice way. Then all of us, each one of us got coconut. Very heavy, full coconut. And all of us broke that. And then we all went to, there was a big tent because it was quite hot, and a big stage. So the MLA and some of the cooperative souls were also there. So I said, our hospital is a global hospital. Global means for the whole world. And I like very much when they say global parivar, in the sense of they always consider themselves to be like a family. They have to do it together. And I'm sure everyone who went there would have experienced Baba's love, family's love. Any one of you had been to Global Hospital? No? Some of you. It's not I want you all to go, but at least you can go and feel that there's such a, it's like you are in a family, you're not in hospital, it's very, very good family. And then they want to, do something for old people's home. And they're making it better quality, bigger rooms, better kitchen. So they're making that, they're making college for nurses, many things together. So I encourage everyone, whether it's money, whether it is your time, whether your specialty, everyone should offer something for completing this project. It's a very, very good project, right? So that's why I'm sharing the news that everyone should become cooperative. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Hello, Om Shanti.
How are you, Didi?
I'm fine. And you there?
Okay, yes. I'm Brother Peter. I guess many of those on today would not know me or have never met me. I'm in Australia, based in Brisbane, Australia. And today I have the great pleasure of being here with all of you. So even though our clocks all read differently and our physical surroundings are all different, here we all are together as our Avyakti Parivar. It's fantastic. Didi, I'm really fascinated by this topic of serving through the mind. And I think Baba's points about having elevated feelings, elevated attitude and vibrations, good wishes, all of that. It's such an important thing, as we all know. And it is the essence, really, of combining our yoga power with our desire to serve, to bring about the kingdom again, and to allow all souls to go back to peace. And thank you for your beautiful points on all of that today. I was just really lapping that up. I was really enjoying that so much. So as the sort of contrast to that, so Daddy Manohendra was saying there in that little clip today about how the powers are out there in Kali Yuga. They have a shape and form in Kali Yuga, and ours are different. Ours are very, very different. So many times I think souls would love to do that ideal service through the mind, and yet our mind is taking us in other directions. And it seems like we have a lack of power. I mean, is that right? Am I on track in just saying it that in that fashion, Didi?
I think we do not give enough time for practice, And if we do it, even if there is traffic control once an hour, like in Shantivan or whenever, just few minutes, I think if we practice, then it will build up, your power will increase. And, it's like physically, if you like something, the taste of something, beauty of something, your mind is pulled there again and again. In the same way, when there is some experience or experiment and we benefit and we see how it has a big impact and a very big attainment, I think their mind will be kind of pulled to do it very often. It's a kind of hobby, it's kind of a taste, or it's a kind of enthusiasm. Let me experiment power of yoga. Let me experiment the stage of being merciful. So I think if we practice it, then it becomes very natural, and there is constant pull to do it again and again. That's what I feel. And then power definitely gets accumulated.
Yeah, yeah. So that constant practice, yeah, so we have to set aside the time. But then, as you were also saying earlier, when we give it time, when we sit down to give it time, we have to concentrate. And in any particular stage, because Baba gives us so many different options, really, and we will have that silence come about. How often, is that something that, do you work with a variety of stages on a regular basis? Or are there favorites that you like to work with?
Mm. No, it could be like experience of being in the, Swadharma, self-religion, that is peace and love. And it could be my home, it could be Baba, it could be golden age, take any concept
Yeah.
and just for a few seconds, just go into that understanding of that. We believe that is true, but more we understand. Plus, when we practice it, it feels so real.
Yeah.
And as I said, the taste, I always remember that when, baby is born and then first time something sweet, honey or little bit milk is given to baby, there is a lot of resistance to accept. But once the taste has gone in the mouth, you will see that baby is like asking for more and more. So I think that the experience which happens and the power and, it's like there is then more and more pull to do it very often. And we do it very often. And not only that, but these days especially, it is of course for others also, but even our own creating that surrounding with mansa seva towards our own self is also something very fascinating. Like you are sitting in where all Kalyug and you are exposed to certain things. It's all right, but internally you create that soul conscious elevated stage. And when we do it, as I said, you would want to do it very often. There will be pull to do it.
Yeah.
And then you will do some more, some more. Then it becomes like taking meals, 3 times a day. So there is a time now, lunch time, dinner time. So same happens with these practices. It's like a pull. It's like eating different lunch and dinner and, so.
Yeah. So that was such a good example, an excellent example about the baby. And it just made me think of that term, acquired taste. Many types of food can be an acquired taste. And I guess it's something that someone is not used to, but after a couple of goes, it becomes something which is attractive, I suppose. So, in the same way, I guess it would be something very good for us to do, to be quite persistent and try different types of stages and so on, because some stages might appeal immediately. The idea of it may well appeal, but other stages, they may not seem, I don't know, attractive or exciting to us or something, but maybe it is worthwhile. Have you have you had that sort of experience where you've really acquired a taste for something in yoga?
Yes, yes. Most of the time, because you get kind of absorbed even when you have thought of peace or love. One is to have a thought or to speak the words, but one is like Baba says, you get not only merged, but I call it more absorbed. Like
Mm.
even while I am talking, few minutes before I had a thought, and some or other I start losing where I am, what you're saying it, because I felt so much that experience of that word. So when you are
Mm.
in experience of that merge, no, Baba many times say merge in love, love lane, so that kind of stage, and it's very good stage because not only you are in silence, but it's just like thinking of something is different, but feeling that and experiencing that, I think it feels very, very powerful. And one wants to do it more and more. So I do many times, many people around me will say, oh, where were you? Because sometimes you are really absorbed so much in silence or with Baba, you know, or soul conscious stage, seed
Mm.
form stage, so many stages. You
Mm.
completely feel in that stage when you are lost completely. So you want to do more and more. So yeah, I do do get lost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Of course, we hear about how Brahma Baba became more and more like that towards the end of his um, Sakar form. Yeah, how he
yeah.
was quite often just off somewhere, with Baba, and not necessarily listening to all the conversation happening around him. Hmm. And rightfully so, of course. Yeah.
It's
So go on,
a
Didi.
kind of clarity because, like with Baba, whatever I say, he understands very quickly. It's like
Hmm.
mind and intellect becomes very subtle when they are pure. They have more concentration than when you are listening to someone or you listening to any kind of situation. Then
Hmm.
reply is there or answer is there, solution is there already because your mind and intellect are so clear. So I
Hmm.
find we have to help ourselves and others also for having clear answers, by having solutions, having so when mind intellect are subtle, then automatically it's very clear. And then we
Yeah.
know it's happening because of if we accumulate power, accumulate silence, accumulate peace. So then you want to do it more and more, right?
Mm, yes, definitely. And I guess each of us um, has a particular angle on that. I mean, if we look at all the daddies, each one was different. Each one had their own power, their own speciality. And of course, that's
Yeah.
what makes us a beautiful family. We put us all together and we are something incredible. Yeah. So yeah, but what do how do you think of that in terms of the greater Brahman family? Have you got a sort of vision of how the whole family comes together and how it looks when it is all completely together.
Yeah, one is physically present together. I don't know. That could happen, maybe,
And in
because
the
it's a
Avyak?
very big family, very big family. I don't know how long at a time you have stayed in India, but it's like hundreds, thousands when they come, even during Baba's meeting. And but collectively, our faith, collectively, our lifestyle, our sitting together in Baba's remembrance, such a collective energy. So physically, I don't know, I have to think if we will be ever together, all of us. But we do feel togetherness. We do feel we are very connected with different countries, with worldwide. I had been saying that we are the largest family in the world. I don't think any family will have one kitchen, everything together, you know. So it is a very, very big family.
Yeah, and I guess it's moments like this, and also I think back to when we're all online around the world, even if we can't be present in Madhaban at the time, but we're all, we're all listening to Baba's words. We're all in the Milan at the time, and now we're all on the Avyakta Parivar, and yet it's always a number wise thing because I guess everyone has to get up from this meeting and then go out into their day-to-day life. And so quite often there can be things playing on the mind saying, you have to think of this, as soon as you finish with this, or, you have to achieve this today or something. Yeah, I mean, what do you do with things like that when things come up on the side and they're not part of what you are doing in meditation, they're not part of your yoga experience, and yet it's something you can't deny. It needs some sort of attention.
Yeah, I think that realization, transformation, improvement, all that is constantly happening, right? Because all of us at every step in life realize what I can do more, how I can improve myself, how I can be better. And I find that every Baba's child, young ones, old ones, all of them, very sincere with their effort. That means they really want to know about the self and bring transformation and do everything better. That sincerity I notice so much. And love for Baba, love for each other, unique, And just imagine collectively having that thought. Recently, Baba had been saying, if you do anything collective, there is an impact in the world. So I think that impact, it could be both ways, awakening, but also destructive, coming towards the end. But before that, completion has to happen now. We all have to become complete. And then, of course, after that, everything will finish. Some people only think that things will finish, but before that, they will be accomplished. All of us will be in our avyakt stage. We all will be in our perfect stage. Just imagine how beautiful it will be when we all are together in that stage. But on others, yeah. So something amazing will happen, right? And of course, we try to visualize. I haven't really given enough time for that. I think it could be clear. But definitely, I know that everything will be perfect, complete. And that's called our karmati stage or our avyakt stage. And then
Yeah.
there is culmination. Right.
That'll be such a beautiful moment.
Mm.
Not that it isn't now. This is a beautiful moment too. But like all good things, I think it's probably my time to retreat back. And of course, I'll be here taking Drishti. But thank you so much, Didi, for the conversation today. I've really enjoyed it very, very much. Om Shanti.
Yeah. We are happy to have you and Avyakti Parivar know about you more. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Didi.
Since how long you had been in Gyan?
Since 1983.
Oh, that's long time, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.